You're 68 years old. You just retired and you moved to Chiang Mai because the internet told you it was paradise. Low-cost luxury, ancient temples and mountain views right from your balcony. And for about 8 months of the year, that version is entirely accurate. It genuinely offers one of the best value retirements on Earth. But there's a side to Mai that doesn't make it into the drone footage. The one where a mosquito bite puts a 61-year-old in the ICU, where the street outside your apartment becomes a river, and where the local hospital calmly tells you that you need to be flown to Bangkok to survive. To be clear, we aren't talking about visa runs or the fact that foreigners can't own land outright. That's old news. Instead, we are looking at the actual physical, medical risks of living in this specific city, relying purely on hospital data, historical river levels, and environmental tracking. There are 5 specific location-based risks here. You've likely heard of 2, but 3 operate entirely under the radar of the average expat. Uncovering the statistical reality of these threats isn't about fear. It's the only practical way to ensure a fixed retirement nest egg isn't drained by a sudden localized disaster. Let's start with a threat that sounds too small to matter. The bug in your garden is statistically more dangerous to your long-term health than the tourist scams most people worry about. This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito. This chart shows dengue incidence across Thailand. Chiang Mai ranks 3rd, climbing to 694 cases per 100,000. These cases cluster centrally in Niman and the Old City, where most retirees live. It's also accelerating. In 2022, the district recorded about 1,000 total cases. By mid-2023, that number surged to nearly 5,000, bringing local health officials right to the edge of declaring a formal epidemic zone. The American Centers for Disease Control studied this specific vulnerability among long-term expatriates in Thailand. The profile of the average patient they found wasn't a 20-some backpacker, it was a 56-year-old male. The researchers found that this demographic's risk was directly tied to their housing. The freestanding villas, the private gardens, the decorative lotus ponds, the exact properties expats buy for space and peace are literal mosquito nurseries. By pursuing the ultimate tropical retirement home, older expats actively introduce a seasonal, life-threatening vector directly into their daily living environment. The next threat comes right down the middle of the city. For most of the year, the Ping River is calm, but during peak monsoon events, it holds a terrifying capacity for destruction. In October 2024, the water at the Nawarat bridge gauge hit 5.30 meters. That blew past the official flood threshold and broke records, standing for over 50 years. The resulting devastation shut down the central train station entirely and completely submerged prominent commercial hubs right on the riverbank. The water doesn't just breach the banks, it pushes deep into the surrounding urban infrastructure, turning multi-lane highways into brown lakes. Illegal construction directly in the flood corridor amplifies the river's destructive capacity. This river encroachment chokes the water's path. Consequently, elevated areas near Duitsap stay dry, while low-lying riverbank neighborhoods like Chang act as doomed catch basins. And when the water finally recedes, the aftermath is brutal. The floodwater leaves behind tons of dense, toxic river mud that has to be physically shoveled out of living rooms. If you move here without understanding local municipal zoning and elevation limits, you might unknowingly buy your retirement dream home in a guaranteed annual disaster zone. The physical asphalt under your feet presents a higher statistical danger than any other daily factor in Mai. Thailand consistently ranks near the absolute bottom globally for road traffic deaths, performing worse than nearly every country in Europe and North America. And over 80% of those fatalities involve a motorcycle. To understand what that looks like locally, researchers tracked emergency referrals into Chiang Mai's primary trauma center. Over a 15-year period, they processed nearly 20,000 crash-related patients. Buried in that hospital data is a clear escalating trend. The proportion of elderly foreign patients ending up in those emergency rooms is steadily climbing. Retirement brochures love to show older expats riding scooters through rice paddies, but the data shows a different reality. Decreasing reaction times, pre-existing health conditions, and local alcohol use make mixing older riders with chaotic traffic incredibly unforgiving. This danger compounds during the local holidays, periods officially labeled the 7 dangerous days. Hospitals staff up to handle the predictable spike in crash trauma. Choosing to adopt the local motorbike culture in your 60s and 70s is purely by the numbers. The highest risk everyday decision you can make here. Those are the hidden threats. Then there are the two you've likely heard about. First is the annual burning season, which temporarily chokes the city and turns it into the most polluted place on the planet. From February through April, massive agricultural fires and regional forest burning push extreme levels of PM 2.5 particulate matter directly into the Chiang Mai Valley. Second is the healthcare ceiling. While the local private hospitals are internationally accredited and excellent for routine care, they have strict limits. If you need advanced procedures like proton therapy or complex neurosurgery, you are getting on a plane to Bangkok. These seasonal air quality issues and specialized medical caps intersect with the hyperlocal risks found in the river and the private garden. So we have a city that offers an incredible lifestyle shadowed by mosquitoes breeding in garden ponds, a river that breaks half-century records, and a road network that demands perfect reflexes. None of this means you shouldn't move here. Many people who retire in Chiang Mai enjoy a wonderful, high-quality decade or two. But a successful relocation depends on stripping away the online illusions. You have to replace the drone footage with topographical maps, environmental tracking, and actual trauma statistics. Now that you have the data, knowing the true statistical cost of that peaceful garden pond, do you still sign the lease? Let me know in the comments.